I need to show you one more thing that I want you to be aware of. As you know, in computers, how you title documents will help align them, the files, and in this case, the classes. So I put up a protocol for how to name the classes. It would be your name, '(s), evaluation, ePortfolio 1415. Some of you have gone in and renamed it and just completely changed the name entirely, and what happens is that those portfolios become difficult to find because they're not all aligned. So I'm now masquerading as Brad and in his account, and you can see if I go here, here's Angie's evaluation ePortfolio 1516. Okay, good. This is 1415. This is the one that Brad would want to be either taken out of the roster or the class made inactive. Becky, Brian. Okay, here we got 2 from Brian. And this one says Brian Anglin, evaluation ePortfolio 1516. It doesn't have to say your last name. It should say Brian's evaluation ePortfolio 1516, because if you put the extra stuff in there, then it gets realigned. I just want to make this as easy as possible for him to find your information. Anyway, and then the other thing I noticed as I'm going through these, okay, now I'm not masquerading anymore, and I want you to go into my classes. So home. Let me find it. Anyway, there were a number of people who had ePortfolios that had no year at the end of the title. And so I couldn't figure out, well, okay, is this their current one? In fact, there's one, and I think it's called, I'm going to go to my, well, they're not my classes. I'm going to go to domain control because it wasn't created by me. Classes. Open. Sorry. Even at the ESD, sometimes we have connection problems. Now, it might have been Angie. Okay, here's one that says Angie's Teacher Evaluation Portfolio. It's an ePortfolio. Created okay, so now I can see it was created in 14. The problem is, when I look at the roster, Jim Smith is in it, and he didn't come to Fossil until this year. So I'm going to bet that he sees in his class list 2, well, let's look. So he's in the one for Angie that doesn't have an N. She's not the only one. Okay. And then 1516, manage class, roster, and he and Brad are both in the ones for the 1516 one. So Jim's going to be confused probably, or not know which of these ePortfolios to look at because he's registered for 2 when in fact he only should be registered for 1. So go in and look at your classes, and if it's not something you're using this school year, make the class inactive or clear out the roster so that people aren't confused by being involved in multiple places at once and not knowing exactly where you're putting your materials in it. It also helps you not to start dumping materials in the wrong portfolio. Okay, thanks.